My parents banned me from social media till I turned 18. I'm 20 now. You guys actually suggested this video to me. Don't remember which one exactly it was, but one of you guys suggested this in the Discord. I looked at it for a couple seconds. I thought, yeah, this sounds interesting. So let's give it a watch.
So my parents banned me from having social media for the first 18 years of my life. And now I'm a YouTuber. So that worked out well.
Aye.
Anyway, here's my thoughts on not letting your children have social media until they're a legal adult. My thesis statement is, don't do what my parents did. Also, side note,
I hope they're going to clarify if it was just like Twitter, like chatting on social media, if this person couldn't watch any YouTube because YouTube is considered social media now. So I am curious to see what that's about.
they didn't ban it from me because I did something bad, but more so because they wanted to keep me safe, which I guess I get. But I think the biggest problem, that I faced was the feeling of isolation.
Definitely. This person is 20 now. This video is 3 weeks old. That means they were born in 2005. Social media was getting bigger and bigger and bigger over the past 20 years. Especially over the past 10 years. If you don't have access to social media, which is actually a core part of our society now, unfortunately. I totally get the isolation part, yeah.
Because everybody constantly used and communicated through Instagram, Snapchat, Discord, and whatnot. And
yeah, how are you gonna communicate with other people? Like 100% everyone in her school, like I'm kind of assuming that it's a female from the voice and her picture earlier of herself that she's drawn. It sounded like, how is she supposed to communicate with people? Because everyone is just gonna use their phone, their smartphone, to like, say, okay, let's meet up here, let's meet up there, for like study groups or whatever.
I didn't have it. I only had WhatsApp. Who the hell uses WhatsApp?
My mom. Chat! Who here uses WhatsApp? And YouTube? Do you use WhatsApp? I do. I use it for work, everyone where I live, and I hate it. My parents do. Me still do because mom and grandma uses it. Yeah, as said, I use it because my mom uses it too. Not needed in America, I see.
No offense, random older family members. But that limited the ways that I could communicate, reach out, and bond with people. But not only did I basically have to force my entire friend group to use WhatsApp, there were times when plans didn't happen because of the platforms I was on. Like, I like to play video games, subscribe to my gaming channel.
Wait, what?
The platforms I was on. Like, I like to play video games, subscribe to my gaming channel, link in description. And in high school, people would ask me if I wanted to play with them. And obviously, epic gamers use Discord to communicate.
Feels bad. So she was allowed to play video games, but not. That is just inconsistent. Because you could talk with people online too, on online games.
But I didn't have Discord, so I was never added to the Discord group, so we never ended up playing. But not only was it isolating to know that my friends were posting stories, liking each other's posts, playing video games, and interacting with each other on other platforms, and I was missing all of it, I was also isolated by not seeing what they saw. For example, sometimes at school, one of my friends would say something like, "Hey, did you see what this classmate posted?" And then make fun of it because we were mean middle schoolers.
Yeah, clearly. Makes sense.
Obviously, I hadn't seen the post. And in this situation,
I could totally see a situation where she would get bullied because no social media, haha, loser, no social media, haha, who do you think you are? Haha, what a nerd.
I had two options. Either ask someone to find it and show it to me, and usually they were Instagram stories, so they were already gone by the time we talked about it, or just kind of sit there and not engage with the conversation. which is what usually happened because I always felt bad about having to ask people to show me posts. Anyway, another way was isolating, was not getting any references.
Yeah, all the memes. All the memes. All the memes. I mean, to her, the world must be like, Skibbity? What the hell is Skibbity? What?
Like when TikTok became more mainstream, people would reference TikTok audios, or just like audios in general. But obviously, I had never heard of any of them. So I was just confused about why everyone suddenly really liked corn, or why everybody's tables were broken.
I don't get that
Like,
either.
I felt like that how do you do fellow kids guy, but to people my own age. I felt like an old family member who didn't understand what their grandchildren were saying and just had to sit there and smile and be like, haha, yep,
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Oh, and once my entire elementary class was just chilling in the classroom, and someone yelled that we should do the mannequin challenge, and everyone except me knew what it was. So
what?
then when the camera came up to me, I ruined it because I moved. That moment haunts me every single day.
Man.
Also, a side note, isn't it kind of crazy to think about how everyone has seen?
I mean, just to be fair, mannequin. It kind of is in the name, I guess.
The same videos or TikToks and whatnot, and you can just say something completely random like symphony or show a specific shade of green, and everyone in the room will smile because they know what you're talking about. It's like an inside joke, but among strangers you've never interacted with.
Yeah, as such, society is deeply intertwined with the internet nowadays. Like, yes, of course, I don't want to hear a 14-year-old opinion on Twitter. But I also don't think it's right to completely, like, isolate a child off of the internet and off of interactions with other people.
But then when you don't understand something that everyone else is laughing about, it can feel very isolating. Anyway, when I turned 18, I was like, yes, I'm free. I can have all the social media I want. So naturally, I downloaded Webtoon and nothing else.
Huh. Webtoon, if you guys don't know, that is an online it's where people publish their own web mangas. Manga, manhwa, own comics. It's not only Korean comics, it's web comics. Anyone can publish it.
What? And at the time, I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll get the other apps later, because you don't really realize how much you're missing out on until you're included. Wow, that sounds way too deep for a stupid video like this. But I guess because I lived my entire life without social media, I wasn't in such a hurry to get them for some reason.
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
fair.
Anyway, months after I turned 18, I got TikTok, and that was only because I was forced to get it for a project I was working on at the time.
What kind of project forces you to get TikTok? But what?
And then eventually I got Instagram and Discord and whatever everyone else has.
I feel like Discord at this point is like kind of a necessity. Like, I'm pretty sure there's like some family options there, right? I don't remember. I never really looked into it, but I think there's some parental features there for Discord. So if teenagers communicate over Discord, I say let them just like monitor what kind of fucking channels and servers they join.
But now I still don't know how to use most of them because I feel like I missed out on my experimental phase. Like in middle school, when you get Instagram for the first time, you might post some embarrassing photos because you're learning how to take good pictures and you're learning how to use Instagram and you're learning Instagram etiquette. And it's okay that you post the bad pictures because all your peers are also posting bad pictures because they're also learning. But what do you mean I have to go through this embarrassing experimental phase and post awful pictures at the age of 18 when everyone else has already made mistakes and learned how
to be fair, I can low-key relate to that, because I was, like, kind of isolated, like, online-wise. I didn't really have that much of an online life because my parents didn't like that either. Because, I've mentioned this before, my parents are religious. So anything I did on the internet, I had to pretty much hide. And I couldn't like publicly like do anything. I couldn't be like that super teenager posting super pictures of myself. I had a very isolated childhood. Way to make this about yourself, woman. Ugh. Women, am I right? But I just meant to. I can somewhat relate to the isolation part.
To take good pictures. That's just embarrassing. That's why I haven't posted anything. But I do think apps like Instagram are also a great way to keep in touch with people you would normally not be in touch with. Like, I love seeing stories from people who I used to be friends with in elementary school to see what they're doing now. But sometimes I still don't know Instagram etiquette. Like, how close do I have to be with someone to follow them? What if we were in the same class for 3 years,
Just follow them.
but we haven't spoken since middle school, but I'm still curious to know what you're doing?
I
Is
don't
it
know, just follow
acceptable to
them.
follow you? Or
Yeah.
what if I meet someone new? How close do I have to be with them to follow them?
Oh no. Oh, sweet baby. Oh, sweet summer child. No, just follow them. It's okay. It's okay. You can just press the follow button. It's okay. You don't need anyone's approval to follow them. You can just press the follow button. That's completely fine.
Why is there not a course for this? Oh, right, because everyone already learned this through mistakes in middle school, and everyone is expecting you to have done the same. Also, when I started university, I had to download about a million other apps, including but not limited to Telegram, Facebook, and Discord.
Discord, okay, but the universe making you download Discord, okay. Facebook, God. Telegram?
Because those were the
Why?
platforms that clubs and whatnot kept contact, and people assumed that you already had them. And I had to learn how to use all of them in a very limited time, which sucked. And I still don't know how to use any of them. And I feel like
fuck Facebook, man. Like, you don't need Facebook. Telegram, who cares? I don't use Telegram either. Discord, use it.
a grandma. No offense, grandmas watching this. I'm sure there are plenty of you. Now, I do understand why my parents banned me from social media. There are about 1 million security and safety risks that come from having unsupervised internet access as a teenager.
Yeah, my mom was always like, there are only predators on the internet. Be careful who you talk to. Everyone is just trying to get with children. Be careful. People on the internet don't say who they are, girl. That's my mom, basically. But I slowly realized that there's a lot of kind people on the internet too. Was she wrong? There are a lot of preds. They are, yes. I don't think I have met any personally, but I had a lot of good friends. I've made a lot of good friends through the internet.
Especially if you have not been taught how to be safe online. Like, I know people in my personal life who have seen terrible things online.
No! I hope she never looked this up. Oh no! You met actually got online, right? Yeah, I did. Oh no! Have you seen the jaw one? No, I haven't. I've only seen the 2 Girls 1 Cup one because of my sister. My younger sister, mind you, who thought it was incredibly funny.
Or talk through sent images to creeps not knowing any better, or fallen for scams.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Instead of completely banning children, like instead of banning your children completely off of social media or completely off of the internet and isolating in that case, how about you teach them proper internet safety? Like my mom did, saying, "Be careful, everyone on the internet lies." In hindsight, I think it's better that my mom did it that way because that had me on the lookout, actually. Or Bambao. Yeah, let's Bambao.
And I'm not exaggerating at all when I say social media is absolutely horrible when it comes to mental health, especially for a teenager. And I think it will forever be awful, probably because it's hard to control all the annoying people who ruin it for everyone else, but also because sooner or later people get desensitized to the hate. And I've noticed I've kind of began to expect to see hate when I go online.
Also, I feel like at this point, not only should parents teach their children internet safety, but also should schools do that. I don't know if schools nowadays do that, but I think it is something very important, especially with like how integrated the internet is into everyday life. I mean, for God's sake, toasters can have Bluetooth. Sorry, toasters can have Wi-Fi. That's the right one.
Like, whenever I see a TikTok of someone who has a completely normal body, but does not
We have
fit
it here?
societal
Alright.
standards of what an attractive body should look like, I already know what the comments are going to be before I even open them, and that's why I've stopped reading comments. And I know I'm not the only one who expects it, because people comment saying, "Why is no one hating?" People are expecting the hate. People are
Oh, bro, that's a wild thing to say. Why is no one hating? That is such a wild thing to say. What? I'm dumbfounded. Because I got to realize most people who are normies are idiots when it comes to social media and internet etiquette.
expecting to be overly critical of everything, and everyone
Oh my god, the post on Reels one. Sorry for already pausing again, but the post on Reels one. Because on Reels, they can just bash you. It's just like...
people are expecting the hate. People are expecting to be overly critical of everything, and everyone has to voice their opinions all the time. And I'm no different. I'm a judger. It's my favorite hobby. I'm a pessimist. I hate fun.
Damn. I mean, even a person who says they're not judgmental, everyone judges someone somehow, in some way. It's human nature. Now, if you voice your opinion about judging that person, well, then you might be an asshole. But it's just human nature to be judgmental.
I'm kidding. But at least when I judge someone, I don't tell it to their face, and I don't tell others that they can't just have fun, you know? And I'm aware everyone likes to hate watch stuff, kind of like what you're doing right now.
Hate watchers, hi, hate watchers. Shout out to the hate watchers, yeah. Speaking of hate watchers, actually, like I uploaded a VOD the other day. Not even a VOD. It's like the entire VOD of me playing me side. Within like 2 minutes, there was a like and a dislike. One of my subscribers just freaking disliked the video the moment it got uploaded. What the hell? What the hell? On my VODs channel. On my VODs channel. Okay? like I get dislikes, right? Usually my videos are anywhere in between a 94 to 98% like to dislike ratio. As in I get likes, not 98% dislikes. But like that one was just like, huh? Why? You know, like I didn't even watch it yet. Like, did you not like me playing me side at all? Did you not want me to play video games? Do you not like me side?
Oh. And I do too. Like, it's understandable. I understand it. I get it. And I get that also creates controversy, and it creates people commenting and interacting, and that pushes out those videos and whatnot. And TikTok gets more watch time and more engagement, blah, blah, blah. You get it. But that just proves my point that TikTok is awful, and humanity is awful, and everyone sucks.
Yeah.
Except me.
Agreed.
I'm perfect.
Yeah. True.
Honestly, I've come to the point that I don't even want to open TikTok, because I know I'll just...
I uninstalled TikTok the other day, man. I just uninstalled it because TikTok doesn't like VTubers. TikTok suppresses VTubers. I tried like getting my main TikTok account up there and running with like the YouTube shorts we had now, since I have an editor now. Didn't work. I tried like getting a new one running, completely suppressed. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Even though I know TikTok can be great for discoverability. It can actually be great. For example, Queso. grew off of TikTok. If you didn't know, chat. Queso grew, like, queso exploded over, like, TikTok. But TikTok is actively suppressing VTubers.
Just get annoyed at some stupid opinion a stranger has and then have it ruin the next, like, hour. But anyway, I'm not going to insult your intelligence by lecturing to you about how to be safe on the internet. I'm sure you are all well aware. But just a couple reminders to the 2-year-olds watching this. No, the
Yay!
scammer asking for pictures pretending to be some modeling agency is not real. Trust me, you're too ugly for that.
What, the intimately sponsorship message that I got was a fake? No way.
I'm kidding. You are all very beautiful. At least on the inside. No, the free V-Bucks giveaway is not real. Yes, there are creeps and
No!
pedophiles everywhere.
What, the Mr. Beast giveaway that I've won on YouTube isn't real either? The one that says I'm one of 100 people that won $1,000? It's fake!
There will always be people telling you to kill yourself or call you slurs or insult you in every way possible. Don't take it to heart. They probably mindlessly comment that same thing on everything anyway.
True.
Be aware of misinformation because with the way the algorithms work, it's so easy to fall down pipelines. And I know most of you, including me, do not find all parts of the story and simply just believe the first thing you hear. Do your research, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you get it. Stay safe. Don't share personal information. Yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
I sincerely hope that you get it. Anyway, in that sense, I'm glad that I didn't have to experience all the hate or creeps to the degree that some of my peers did when they were 14. So thanks, parents. You get 1 point. But all that said, do I think you should ban social media from your teenagers till they are 18? No.
No, I think 14 maybe is when you should, like, say, you can, like, have Discord account.
There are definitely safety concerns, and parents should be monitoring what type of content their children / teenagers are watching / posting. They should not be completely banned from having it.
Monitoring,
whether we like it or not, everyone and everything is online, and children will eventually have to learn to use it and
Shit. She's 20 now. Meaning she was 18. She was underage during that 2-year period where everyone was inside. Which I can't name because then the video gets demonetized. How did she make it through those 2 years? Oh, you poor soul.
how to use it safely. And no one will learn this if they're completely banned till they are a legal adult.
She had WhatsApp to communicate with her parents, family, her friend group who was probably barely talking on WhatsApp.
I think it is especially important to learn how to connect and communicate with people through social media, and that skill develops with time and cannot be achieved if you just completely ban it. So, if your child is over the age of like 13 or 14, I think you should let them have social media, but do still pay attention to the content they consume, warn them about creeps and the risks of having social media. Because banning them from everything may lead them to feel isolated, because in most cases, their peers will have social media. Also, they will have to learn how to use it all eventually, so rather have them make embarrassing mistakes when they're 14 than when they're 18. But also, I'm not a parent, so what do I know? This is just my experience growing up without having any social media. But take everything I said with a grain of salt. Okay, bye! Please like and subscribe, so when I hit 1 million subscribers, you can say that you were an OG. Okay, bye! So
I think that was a good and informative video. Really interesting to see. And I think, the main point is isolation. I think that's the main issue, isolation, and obviously later on they will have to learn this anyway because everyone uses internet. So yeah, don't ban, but monitor it. Teach your children about internet safety. Tell them it's okay to use the social media, but don't be a dumb fuck and post your opinions on Twitter. You should probably ban them off of Twitter. You should probably not let them have a Twitter. Twitter is dumb. Don't let your children on Twitter. Issues parents barely know social media themselves, so how do you expect them to be an expert on a subject they barely know? Yes, but our generations are now becoming parents. This is from now on going forwards. This isn't hindsight. This is from now on forward. There's no fucking parent in their 40s who is raising a fucking 10-year-old on my stream anyway. I wouldn't think so. I don't know. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Bye.